Hey YouTube, welcome back. In our last video, we learned that every device on the internet has a unique IP address, which is a long string of numbers that's hard for human to remember. And servers and clients use this IP address to communicate with each other over the public network. So imagine that you have to remember this number in order to visit something like google.com. It will be a nightmare. So how we actually type google.com in order to get to the right place? How do we do this? The answer is DNS, or domain name system. So what is a domain name system? Think of a domain name system as the internet phone book. You don't need to remember someone's phone number to call them. You just look up their name. In the same way, domain name system translates human readable domain names into the machine readable IP addresses that computers need to find each other. It's a global distributed system that makes the internet user friendly. Okay, how does it work? Let me get my pen. Okay, so first, when you type a website name into your browser, so something like manage engine, or like let's say you're typing google.com, your device first checks its own local cache to see if it already knows the IP address. If it finds it, great, the process stop here and you are directed to your favorite website. Let's say you cannot find it. That wasn't the case. So what should we do? If not find, your brother here, will send a query request to a recursive resolver or a recursive DNS. This is a DNS server usually run by your internet service provider whose job is to find the answer for you. The resolver sends a query to a root server. There are 13 root servers that act as the starting point for all DNS lookups. The root server doesn't know the IP address, but it knows where to find the server responsible for the top level domain, like .com, for example, or .org. It sends the resolver in the direction or the right direction. So next, it will send it. Okay, for example, name servers.com. You need to go to the TLD servers. So the resolver query, it will be sent to the appropriate TLD server, which is the top level domain server, which manages all the .com and .org websites. For example, the TLD server, the TLD server doesn't have the final IP address, okay, but it knows which server holds the definitive record for the specific website you are looking for. It provides the address of the authoritative name server. Okay, so the resolver finally sends a query to the authoritative name server. This is the source of truth for the website's IP address. It has final answer. Finally, the authoritative server sends the IP address back to the resolver, which then sends it back to your browser, and your browser can now connect it to the website, and also it save it in the cache. It's something important. So okay, let's make a small recap. When you try to type google.com, first your web browser will try to search in his cache or in its cache if the web browser actually have this the IP address of this domain name. If it has it, it will send the request directly to the wanted server, and it's all good. If it doesn't have it, it will send the request to the domain name system resolver. The domain name system resolver will send the request to the root server. The root server basically knows where, again, the root server basically knows, like, the root server doesn't know the IP address exactly, but it knows where to find the server responsible for the top level domain. So the root server will send back a response to the DNS resolver, and after that, the resolver will queries the appropriate TLD, which is top level domain server, which manages all .com or .org websites. That, or for example, yeah, it might manages something more than that. The TLD server doesn't have the final IP address, but it know which server holds the sorry, it know which server holds definitive records for the specific website you are looking for. It will send you the response, and you can go to the authoritative domain, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it. A DNS lookup is a journey that turns a simple name into the correct digital address, guided by a system of specialized servers. It's what makes the internet navigable, and it's a crucial layer in every system design. So that's it for this video, and see you in the future.